Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have been on this natural hair journey for about 4 years now, and I'm doing my very first protective style challenge, and so I'm so glad that many of you have joined me on the challenge. As promised, I have done another crochet installation. This is the Water Wave hair. It is the Freetress Water Wave 22-inch hair in color number 2. Okay, so I have already braided my hair, and I'm just going to quickly show you my braiding pattern. I haven't done anything that much out of the ordinary in terms of braiding pattern than you guys have seen me do in the past. If this is your first time watching one of my crochet tutorials or wash and go or natural hair videos, please know that I do have fine hair. I have medium to low density hair, and so when you have fine hair or low to medium density hair, or if you have a thinning hair, you're going to have some challenges just around getting your braids in. Because if you have very soft hair also, it'll just want to slip out of those braids. So I use this kind of braiding pattern, and I braid my hair just to about the crown, and then I do longer braids in the back. By doing the smaller braids, you will have less slippage. I know that some people reinforce their braids with braiding hair as they braid it, but I find that when you have, again, soft hair, or if you have all of the kinds of hair that I mentioned, fine, low density, medium density, you have those kinds of things going on, it's very difficult to get that braiding hair to be a part of your braiding process, because especially if the hair is soft, it'll just slip. So I just do smaller braids. I do them, I don't do them super tight, but I do make sure that I get them on the scalp, which is also another problem when you have the kind of hair that, some of us do. I parted my hair in different ways and chose to do my parts in different ways so that I would have more flexibility in terms of how I chose to wear my hair. I ended the braids here and connected them rather than letting them connect to braids that were in the back, because I wanted to have a natural sort of stop or end place when it came to my parts, because I don't like the parts that go all the way back. So I'm not going to, I feel like this is being very repetitive in some ways, because I've done very detailed tutorials around crochet braids, and then my methodology around parts and braiding hair, and how I cleanse the hair before I install it, and how I, separate the hair and all that kind of stuff. And so I am going to, of course, link those videos, because I did a 3-video series where I went really in depth about those kinds of things. So I will link them above, and then I'll also create links below so you guys can reference those, because I know it's just fun to go back to those things to get those little tips and tidbits to help you figure out how to create a method that will work for you. So I hope you guys find those videos to be helpful. This looks so crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it hanging out there, y'all. I'll secure it in a minute. But I wanted to share with you that I'm going to be using the split section or split hair method that I used in my Havana Mamo twist video, because it makes the hair naturally, I feel like, more, it makes it fuller. And then also you're able to install the hair without using quite so much hair. And I just prefer the look to that. Before I install it, I'm going to be using a little bit of product on the hair, just to avoid as much frizz as possible. Okay, and then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use scissors, and I'm going to cut these ends. I find that when you cut just a little bit, maybe like an inch off the bottom of the hair, what happens is it makes it much easier to split the hair before you install it. So if I wanted to split this kind of in a smaller section, I would just look for where it breaks. And again, I do have videos where I go into this technique more in depth, but I can do that. I can, split it wherever it naturally wants to split, just pull it apart, and it will be much easier to pull apart because it's not caked together on the ends. If you do get frizz, you know, the same method that I talked to you guys about in previous videos, taking just a little bit of a butter-based product and using that product to, you know, and applying it to the hair will actually help you to very easily, that's my boyfriend. They will help you to very easily, I'm gonna get it in 1 minute. If he's watching this, I'm gonna pick it up in 1 minute, sweetie. Okay. It will help you to just very easily clump the hair back together and diminish the amount of frizz you might experience. And you can use that same technique, you know, while after you have installed the hair as well. Okay, so there we go. The hair falls about here. That's so long. All right. And I'm going to put my next piece in over here just to anchor this bottom row. And I'm just going to install as usual. So I will come back after I have installed the first pack. Okay guys, so I have 2 bags of hair in. I apologize. I was just going and I forgot to stop and kind of show you what 1 bag of hair looked like. So this is what it looks like. The hair looks really good. I have, what I did was I installed the sections exactly as they come in the package. I didn't break the hair apart very much. I did a little bit around the nape of my neck in the back. And then I also began to break the hair apart to install here because I wanted to do sections that were much closer apart and I didn't want bulkiness. And so I did break the hair, as you guys saw me do in the Havana Mambo Twist tutorial video. And again, this is 2 bags of hair. So this is pretty, I think, you know, good. Love the texture of the hair. When I broke the hair apart, I did clip the ends. So that the hair would pull apart much easier. That worked really well. And then I used a bit of my Quemet Biologics Burdock Root Butter Cream product just to help the hair to clump back together. And just as a little tip, you can use any butter-based product to help the hair clump back together after you've separated it, and then also once you've had the hair in for a while. So I am going to continue to crochet this hair in, and I will be back. So. Alright guys, so I left a little bit of length, not too much. My daughter actually helped with the cutting of the hair in the back, because I always need help back there. But yeah, these are the semi-final results. I think I may add a little bit more hair right along here, maybe. Crochet hair, only because I don't like to put a lot of stress on my edges, and you know, if in the morning I feel fine with this looking the way it is, then I'll probably leave it that way. But it's something that I always sort of lament over and go back and forth about. Should I add more hair, you know, closer to my edges or not? But my thing is, as I've said on the channel before, you only miss your edges when they're gone, and I don't want my edges to be gone. That said, the water wave hair was pretty easy to install. It went in really easily. I did use the 22-inch long hair, and I found that that gave me a lot of flexibility in terms of figuring out how long or how short I wanted to keep the hair. Because this hair is so textured, I think that it would be best to keep it shorter. Like, I couldn't imagine keeping it at the 22 or 23 or 24-inch length that it was, because I think that it would just tangle and mat way too easily. Also, I find that when you cut it and then you finger rake the hair, just like I did you guys know my favorite wig, just like I did that hair, I find that it allows you to get more fullness in the hair, and you actually need, you know, probably fewer packs. I had a lot of gaps to fill in the back, which I think I was pretty successful in doing. And my strategy to doing that was, again, kind of finger combing the curls after I put them in. And actually, after I installed each one, I went in and kind of separated the hair. I separated the hair maybe 2 or 3 times, right? So when you, for instance, when you install this section, you have 2 pieces that are left. So I would separate one side once or twice, and then the other piece once or twice. I was a little bit concerned that I might get frizz doing so, but as you can see, there is no frizz. And then also, if you do get a little bit of frizz kind of on the ends as you're working with the hair, it's really easy to get rid of once you cut it, right? So no big deal. So far I'm really liking the hair. I'm gonna let you guys know how it wears, and I will play with different ways of styling this crochet as I wear it over the next few weeks. I will probably, you know, lay my edges and all that good stuff, but so far these are the results. I really do like the hair. It's super soft, and I cannot wait to get into it and try different styles and all that kind of stuff. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below. I am happy as always to answer them. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.